Stories are Mountain Straws. My name is Osadmebi, and every week I usually tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. But this is series week, where I tell you a story over the course of 2 to 7 consecutive days. Basically, however long it takes to complete the story. Series week will occur once a quarter, and the stories featured will still be written by Nigerian writers and authors, but will either consist of a sequence of related episodes from one story, or a set of stories linked by a common theme. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, today's story is by Chisom Nsiegbunam, and it's the first part of the story titled The Bill. Listen in tomorrow for the second part. Coming out of the hospital, you walk towards the road. You curse the government, the president, and everyone connected to the economic downturn. You curse the electricity providers the most. You blame them for your pain. You blame them for being behind the fire outbreak which burned down a quarter of the market and all the goods in your store, something you were not compensated for. But cursing does not ease the tears that well up in your eyes. You bite your tongue and tilt your head upwards to control it. People are beginning to stare. Maybe because they are used to seeing people come out of the hospital crying, desperate for some spectacle to give life to their otherwise dead day. You start to cross the road to run from probing eyes, but you are hurled into the air by an oncoming vehicle. In that split second, you see your 3 bunnies running around the house and you hear Mma's voice. "Daddy, are you okay?" You feel your body shatter to pieces as you hit the tarred road and your skull bangs with a thud that sends you blank. The vehicle climbs over you and speeds away. It is one of those mornings when you wake up with your troubles staring you in the eye. You stare out the window and you notice how green and lush the neem tree looks as it towers above your flat on the 2nd floor. You prepare the last of your rice, folding up the sack and putting it in the brown cupboard where your wife stores used bags. You think about the current price of 50 kilograms of rice, 78,000 naira, twice the amount 4 months ago. With a faint smile, you whisper to yourself, "Oga Dizemma, it'll be fine." As you dish out your not as sweet as mommy's but digestible jollof rice for your princesses, you hear some noise outside on the street. You go to your living room and slightly part the curtains to watch the chaos outside. A woman is being flogged and people are watching. Kwagu, because hunger. Because hunger, because she yells as the whip lands on her face, her skull, her back, her legs, everywhere. Yet everyone just watches, brandishing their hands in the air and wearing masks of pity. You overhear some people say she stole a few cups of rice and sachets of tomatoes. The loud woman in your street, the one who sells second-hand clothes, narrates how the woman tried to run away with the goods without paying for them when the seller was not looking. She starts afresh each time a new person joins the crowd. Papa Chinonso and the honorable them. Now they catch them. You hear her say as she retells the story. Papa Chinonso and honorable them. The most unhonorable of men. Men who spend their mornings consuming ogogoro and lamenting about how much better the nation would have been if their brother had won the election. The same brother they voted for, only with their beer parlor talks. The same brother who they sabotaged by accepting peanuts and looking the other way when the ballot box snatchers disrupted the election. The brother who they did not support but hoped would win. It is these pot-bellied men who caught the woman when she ran. Underneath your breath, you curse everyone standing and watching. Your princesses run to the curtains to see what is going on, but you gently lead them away. Ngwa, my beautiful bunnies, it's breakfast time.
Daddy, what is that is happening outside?
Your 3-year-old daughter, Ma, asks. Your youngest daughter, Som, giggling as the eldest tickles her, runs towards the kitchen. Ada, your eldest daughter, runs after her. It is not in Ma, you reply, not in the mood for her endless questions.
No, Daddy, they were flogging,
she protested.
Why?
She stole, you say, with a bland expression that does not betray your disgust for those who whipped her like they were unaware of the Nigerian situation. Every lash, a channel to expend their frustration.
She stole? Bad, that's bad,
Ma exclaimed, her eyes white and bright like a fully charged LED lamp.
Daddy, only lazy people steal. Daddy, that's what my teacher said.
The word teacher brings your conversation with your daughter's headmistress to your mind. Your teacher is correct, Ma, you say, not wanting any more questions. Ngwa, now I need you bunnies to finish up your food quickly. The first person to finish gets 3 kisses from Daddy.
I will be the first,
they chant almost in unison, ready for the competition. You watch them and let the headmistress's words stream through your mind. Mr. Ijemba, you need to pay the fees. Look, I know that the economy is hard, but we cannot help it. That is why we provided the installment payment option. Look, I am sorry, but we cannot let them attend classes next week if you do not pay, please. As you bathe your princesses, you laugh at how Som finds everything ticklish. The water, the soap, the sponge. It is like she is always looking for an excuse to laugh. Ada brings everyone's towels and chooses clothes for herself and others. You always thought she was just like her mother. Ma does the talking, asking you why soap foamed so much and where the water going down the pipes went. You tell your princesses to remain in the living room till you return from the hospital with their mother and new baby. You lock up the doors, first to the kitchen so that they don't play with the gas and cause a fire. Second, to the bedrooms to prevent them from messing things up. And third, to the balcony because you find it unsafe for them to stay there. With this, you restrict their movement to only the living room and the bathroom.
I cannot wait to see our new baby and mommy,
Ada says.
Brother, I wanted a brother. Think God hear me. God did not hear me clearly. I said boy. I said a brother.
Ma says. Ma, please get the remote. You say to her in an attempt to not talk or think about what she just said. Your mother once said that her problem with overly fertile women was that
one touch, only one touch, they are pregnant. But you see, their wombs, Their wombs abhor male children.
Your wife has just given birth to your 4th child in barely 4 years of marriage. Even though you two had agreed to enjoy each other for a year, you had not even gone 1 month when she took in with your first daughter. It's not that you think your mother is right, but you were against keeping the 4th pregnancy after you found out it was a girl. You had told your wife that having 3 children was a lot of responsibility, but she disagreed, and you felt despicable for even coming up with the idea. You leave the girls watching Barbie and padlock every access in and out of the house, paranoid about kidnappers and thieves. When you get outside, you flag down a keke. You haggle. 300 naira. But the tricycle driver insists that 500 naira is the last price. You shake your head at the unending inflation. It was 200 naira when your youngest daughter was born barely 2 years ago, and 100 when your first daughter was born.
Oga, dollars dey increase every day. As of now, when me and you dey talk, now 1.8. You can't dey price 300.
The driver says. You laugh, because that's what everyone says. The dollar is to blame. You also use that line in the market yourself. 2 days ago, going to the hospital cost you 450 naira. And this new price is a reminder that nothing in Nigeria remains stable. Chisom Nsiegbunam is a writer who resides in Onitsha, Anambra State. She is an environmental health science student at NAU and an alumna of the Idembeka Creative Writing Workshop 2024, Spring NG Writing Fellowship 2023, and KAP Film and Television Academy 2022. You can read more of her works in Ubwali, Uonia Review, April Center, African Writer Magazine, Spill Words, Afritondo, Brittle Paper, Kalahari Review, Punocracy, Ayo Magazine, Writers Space Africa. Connect with Chisom on X at SomBenedicta, on Instagram at chisombenedicta.n, and on Facebook at Chisom Nsiegbunam. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and tell someone, everyone, that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.